As soon as I started to delve into the world of natural therapies, I was absolutely blown away at just the simplest little things that I was implementing in my daily life, that I started to feel so much better in my body. And while I was still using the medication for my gastro-oncologists and I was still listening to my doctors, I was using naturopathy, shiatsu, acupuncture, Reiki, kinesiology, all of those things. I was using them to complement one another, and it was having an effect on me that ultimately changed my life. It really started to change my life when I would have blood tests come back and they were the best that they'd ever been. I was going through my day not having any aches or pains. And so this builded momentum for me to really understand, all right, so what the hell actually is naturopathy? What actually is kinesiology? Yeah, so it really propelled me into this side of medicine, and it is absolutely my purpose. It is absolutely one of the reasons why I'm here in this lifetime, to understand the body on a natural medicine perspective, but also to help cure a disease in me that it nearly killed me. So because I started to feel healthy and because I started to explore that world, I started to change. I wasn't interested in acting anymore. I started to fall out of love with teaching, and I just wanted to immerse myself in natural therapies and natural medicine, and I was hungry for as much information as I could get on all things natural medicine. So for me, it was just the next step. It was the next progression. But because of my Crohn's, because of this disease and all of the feelings of feeling unwell and in pain and getting prodded and poked and being told horrendous, scary things, it really made sense for me to study natural medicine. And that's when I applied for naturopathy at Endeavour College, and I started and I loved it. I have moved schools since, and I'm so grateful for it, because the way that they teach at Southern School in Fitzroy is a way that I learn a lot more easily, and it reminds me of my primary school classroom, and it's a way of teaching that I can relate to. So there's a reason there why I changed schools as well. But basically, for me, the catalyst of Crohn's disease was dis-ease in my body that allowed me to understand medicine, both sides of the coin. It also awaked, it like rattled me inside. It rattled me to wake up. It rattled me, you know, going to the toilet and seeing the whole toilet full of blood, for example, you know, and I've just gone to the toilet and I've used my bowels, done a huge poo, and there's blood all in the bowl. That's scary. That's a really scary thing to see. And because I would visually see those things, it would make me start to really look at what's going on inside my body and take better care of myself. It was all about taking better care of myself. So for me, I've always started from within. So when I started exercising more, when I learnt about yoga, when I started practicing Reiki, when I was going to my acupuncture regularly and working with my kinesiologist and taking supplementation from practitioner grade from a qualified, incredible naturopath with science-based evidence around that supporting Crohn's disease, I just felt on top of the world, and I couldn't believe how quickly my body was healing itself. So I want to ask you, do you have any dis-ease in your body? Do you have any dis-ease within your life? When we have dis-ease in the body, when we have dis-ease in our life, it's just an internal message asking us to wake up and take note and take the steps that we need to change our life for the better, allowing us to be a happier and healthier human. So think about it. Are there any aches, pains, niggles, reoccurring thoughts for you. Check in with yourself and ask yourself what that is for you, and be brave enough to hear the answer, and be brave enough to take action. Where are you holding it is what I have here as well. For me, my stomach area was always where I would feel the pain. It's where I feel the pain even, you know, today I still feel pain in my stomach. And a lot of that has to do with stress. I'm not going to get into it too much, but this is a huge connection, the brain-gut connection. So ask yourself, where are you holding it? For me, if I start getting a headache, I check in with myself and I listen, and I find out, oh, okay, that's because I've just sculled 2 coffees and I haven't had any water this morning. Check in with yourself and wait for that honest answer to come to you, because guys, it will come to you. It will come to you. It's just about being quiet enough and taking your time in trusting what you hear or feel is the information that you need to act on. For me, being sick, sorry, I'm just going to read this because this was really powerful. For me, being sick and diagnosed with Crohn's was my inner and outer cry for love and help. When I started to change that, when I started to become extremely healthier, when I started to really work on myself from a physical, mental, emotional care of self, I started to change, and I didn't need to get attention in a negative way. It became getting attention in a positive way. I'd had friends comment on my skin. I'd have friends comment about my energy. I'd have friends comment about the advice that I was giving them. So I started to change, and when I started to change, the world around me started to change. I no longer was interested in hearing about someone's, you know, shit negativity. I couldn't resonate with it anymore. It's almost like when I was ill, I was drawing in those type of experiences and those people into my world. But as soon as I started to get better, and as soon as I started to take full responsibility for my own health on every single level, friends started to disappear, experiences started to disappear, relationships fell away from me, and then in came all these incredible friends and experiences. There's a saying out there, I think it goes like this: the teacher appears when the student is ready. And that was so true for me, and I know that it's true for so many of you out there watching this is that when we really start to work on ourselves and we start to absolutely take care of our inner self, I want to say inner child, it's amazing. Your whole world completely changes around you, and so it should, because it's a healthier version of who you are. I just want to finish here by saying, in this life, in all of our lives, our biggest frights, our biggest, scariest, uncomfortable moments are gifts for us to change the way that we're leading or living our lives. And it's a change that is required so that your absolute, beautiful, natural, real self can come to the forefront, and take center stage, and you living an optimally healthy life where you are so excited just to be you. You're so excited to be living in the skin that you're living in. So if you are going through a bit of a shit time at the moment, or you've had a scary diagnosis, or you're unwell, or you've got a disease that you're fighting, I totally believe in you, and I totally believe that you will get through this. And by working through it consistently, you will be amazed of how quickly your body will heal itself, and how better you'll start feeling because of it, but also how beautiful your life will become by looking after you. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful evening. Sleep dreams, sweet dreams. Mwah. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.